fans. What's it like having to cut weight twice in such a close period of time?
Um, for me, cutting weight at the beginning of my career was like the hardest part. Right now, it's becoming easier. Every time that I do it, it's easier. And now that I have my nutritionist with me all the time, he can cook my food for me and all that. It's even easier. And now we have a lot of support from the UFC and the UFC Performance Institute. So right now they're doing the meals, and they tell us what we can take as supplementation and stuff, so we don't have trouble with that. So
obviously, after the fight with Jeremy last time, emotions were running high. Now, have you calmed down a little bit, or are you still pissed off at him and how you perceive he behaved?
No, you know what? You gotta be able to let go, you know. And after meditating a lot, reading books, and just passing time with myself and my friends, and talking to my family and stuff, I got to the realization that it is what it is. You cannot be living in the past. You'll be depressed. As I said before, if you are living in the past, you're depressed. You're living in the future, you have anxiety, and if you're in the present moment, you're happy. So all that I'm doing right now is focusing in this right here, right now, and because it's the only thing that we have.
Despite that, now that you've had some time to think about it, maybe you've watched it back, do you think he could have fought on with that eye, or do you think he really needed to stop?
He's the only one who knows that answer. But from my point of view, what I really think is that the situation overwhelmed them a little bit. What I think is that he could continue, but I'm not him. That's what I think. I'm not saying that he's whatever, but it's just hard to say something from my position. Of course, I was there, first row, and we're fighters. We're here to fight. But if you go back and see body language, he never attempted to fight again. And whenever you have an eye puke or whatever, or something hurts, you're like desperate to go back in there to finish that as soon as possible. You don't want to let more time run. And what happened there, it was like a lot of time running, and it kind of was weird for me in the moment. So I was like even touching my fingers and stuff, like, is there wet, or? And I was like, hey, sorry, I didn't like attempt to do anything like that. And but as I'm telling you, he's the only one who really knows forever what really happened.
Obviously, after the day after, there was a bit of an altercation in the hotel lobby. Just give us your perspective of that incident and how you saw that happening.
So I was really surprised because there is actually two videos, and the first one I was trying to talk to him because he was stepping out of the elevator in Mexico. The lobby is to the left. So I was just there, like doing my thing with the payments and stuff. And as soon as I saw him, he was getting the sunglasses and stuff with his bags. And I attempted to go and talk to him, nicely. I'm a nice guy. I never go and try to do anything to my opponents. But I was, the doubt. When you have a doubt, you want to figure it out. So I wanted to go and ask him, and then he just turned, start walking. So I was like, why he doesn't have the patch on his eye? I thought he was bad injury. And, he never looked at me or whatever. And I was like, okay, I guess he doesn't want to have any confrontation with me or whatever. Again, I'm not saying that he is a coward or whatever. He was trying just to be away from that. But I was trying to know. I wanted to know what was going on. And so I approached to him and I asked him, hey, from far away, are you okay? Are your eyes okay? Yeah, he was like, yeah, fine. I was like, are you sure you're okay? And then people was already there because they thought we were going to fight. I was like, no problem. I'm trying to do nothing. And when I approached to him, he closed the distance. He was trying to be rough and stuff. And I was like, so what happened, bro? Like, are you okay? Can you see? Your eyes okay? Yeah, it's okay. And I asked him, then what the fuck happened yesterday? And then as soon as I say that, he pushed me right away. And then I started laughing. I was like, that gave me more security of my thoughts, of what I was thinking, of him being aggressive with me in that moment. Because, he could easily say, look, motherfucker, here is my fucking eye, it's red, my fucking corner is scratched. I wasn't going to punch him or what. I'll say, brother, I'm so sorry, I never attempt to do that to you. But the way that he responded to that question was so aggressive that made me, be more secure of my thoughts.
You think he was overcompensating maybe? Like with aggression, he was trying to cover up the fact that he didn't feel that good inside?
Yeah. What I've been saying in all these interviews, I didn't want to go into much details, but, I'm really like that. I need to know. So after the fight, I was watching a lot of videos, repetitions, asking my friends, reading a lot, body language. I've been reading body language for like a long time. I'm not an expert, of course, right? But as I could see, whenever he was holding the cage and he was like that, the doctors come and touch his shoulder, and he's like, come on, bro. The first reaction when somebody touches your shoulder is look to the way, then, and then he never attempted to fight. He was like, no, he got me good. Not even the doctor could open his eye, and I have never seen that before. As again, I think the situation overwhelmed him because all the people was, puto, Cain Velasquez, Brian Ortega, the whole crowd was like basically against him that night, and people's reaction, I don't think it was like the most correct thing to do, throw stuff at him, but there were things thrown at me too, because I was in the cage, and before I say anything, even grab the micro, he walked outside the arena and people was already throwing shit at him before I say anything. So I didn't manipulate the crowd to do that. They did it because they saw what they saw and I see what I saw, and it is what it is, at the end of the day.
All right, last one from me. Just with all this being said, do you think it was the right decision to do a rematch this quickly?
I wanted to take my time. Why? Because it was a fucking hard camp, bro. The last one, and I didn't want it to go away real quick again, and it's gonna be like 12 weeks of camp. So it's a long camp, and your body start getting tired, your mind start getting tired because you're going hard. So that's why I didn't want it to go back there as soon as possible. Plus, he wasn't my first option. Whenever I was trying to move up in the rankings, he's behind me, and I say that before. And with that say, I mean, it's just something that we have to do. We have a job to finish, a job to do, and we're here to do it.
With all the drama and everything, how excited are you to just move on and put this fight, this fear behind you?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm enjoying every moment of this training camp as well. It was a different camp for me. I approached this camp differently. My strategy is different. Everything basically was different because now we're fighting 3 rounds at sea level. I don't have all the pressure because it's support, but pressure at the same time. You're representing a country and your hometown where your people, your family, everybody's there. They're waiting for you to win. And you can get that as an inspiration, or it can draw you down. And I did take it as a motivation. Right now I don't feel pressure at all because of that.
Have you run into him this week?
Yeah, today.
How was that?
Nothing happened. Just he was like, that was weird because I was going for a run in the morning. So as soon as I was walking outside the hotel, I saw him like coming in. What a coincidence! I was like, fuck, man, whatever. Whatever happens, happens. So I stepped inside the door, and he was waiting for me outside, just looking at me weird. And I look at him, and I was like, okay, I already know what's gonna happen Friday. So whatever you wanna do, you can do whatever, you can say whatever, but we're fighting Friday.
Have you noticed the fans have become more interested in your fight from the last one, given what happened after your last one?
Yeah, I think so. Especially because I come from fighting Korean Zombie, that it was the knockout of the year, but it was a really good fight. And I think people want to see me perform, or how am I doing after the fight. And I think the whole situation in Mexico just created more drama around the fight and stuff. And a lot of people has been asking a lot of questions about it and stuff. What I just say, this is my honest opinion, but everybody can think whatever they want. That's just my opinion.
In a sense, do you feel like you're the main event on Saturday? It seems like obviously this big main event going on, but it seems like most people are excited for your fight.
No, I don't think so. I think the main event is happening here for a reason, and the UFC wanted to make this happen real quick, and they couldn't give me a fight night. I was asking, hey bro, like, you promised me a fight night, or a main event, and they say no, this is what we have. Like, we have all covered, and we can do much about it. This is the day.
Would you prefer to was a 5-round fight?
I like to fight because it's more experience for me. It's more minutes inside the octagon, and if you see my career, it's been really, really short career in MMA. So more rounds that I can get into the octagon is gonna get me more prepared for after.
Yair, speaking of 5-round fights, Max Holloway's defending the belt against Alex Volkanovski. There really isn't a set contender after that. Do you believe with a win, you're the next guy?
I haven't even think about it. I think I'm gonna start worrying about it whenever is the moment. For now, I have Jeremy Stevens in front of me Friday, and this is all my focus right now.
Mexico City was where you last fought. Hometown. It's supposed to be a big moment for you. Unfortunately, did not happen how you wanted it. You agreed to go to Boston, where Jeremy requested. Has the UFC talked to you about, hey, we're going to make it up to you and get you another fight in Mexico City or anywhere in Mexico?
Not yet, not yet. I think UFC is gonna go back to Mexico again, but this fight has to happen, and I have to make people happy. So that's what's gonna happen Friday.
You're just excited for a normal outcome for this whole thing? Because it feels like over the last year, 18 months or so, things have just been kind of hectic for you in your career in and out of the octagon. Are you just hoping that this thing just ends cleanly and it's kind of a normal situation as opposed to what's happened in the last few fights for you?
Fuck, bro. I always try to be a normal situation, but we're in a crazy sport. This is never normal. You know, we're not even normal. Yeah, whatever. You know, whatever it comes into my life, you know, you gotta embrace it, and you gotta take it always positively, and take out of the best of every situation. So that's what I always do.
Good luck to you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.